Welcome boys and girls, Costin here with one of the best custom campaign mods for Total War Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires. This mod is called Old World Retrofit. It started as a project to recreate the Warhammer 1 campaigns in Warhammer 3, so we could take advantage of all the quality of life improvements that have been added since Warhammer 1. Then, the original mod creator decided to focus his efforts on Chaos Invasion, but someone else picked it up. And thus, we get the Old World Retrofit. It is amazing, because you not only have the Warhammer 1 factions, you also have certain factions that make sense in the Old World. So right over here in this campaign, Gelt starts near Akendorf. And we already have Grimgor marching on the Empire, specifically on Averheim, whom I'm at war with as well. Because I figured I might as well take Averheim to prevent Vlad from taking it himself. But then Grimgor is like, no, it belongs to me. Step away from it, Humi. And he is scary, sure. He only has a bunch of tier 1 units over here, but he was, and it is Grimgor. And if there's any lesson that one learns playing Warhammer 3, is you never underestimate Grimgor. But that's just the start. This entire situation with Akendorf, Maneater over here, Belagar, that is just the start of the situation. So Maneater has kind of replaced Scrag, so he's available over there. And really, if there was a situation where I wished I could hire Maneater, it would be this one. But you have many more factions as well, because you do have the Skaven, for instance, right here. I guess Mogr has been wiped out by the Fey Enchantress. Interesting situation. But you also have Skrok in Bretonia. Oh boy, there is going to be a lot of Skaven in this campaign situation, and that's just a portion of it. You have Forgrim right here dealing with the Bloody Spears, because Skarsnik is already in control of Carrick 8 Peaks, unless you're playing him, and there's a sub mod to give him a star position, his original Warhammer 1 starting position. But you have Skarsnik, and you have Queek fighting Skarsnik, so you have either a situation in which the Skaven win right here, or the Greenskins win, and be it Queek or Grimgor, it is completely terrifying, because you got Queek, you got Tretch available right here in his starting province. The only thing that might hold them in check is Gorse, but then you've got Warzag. Volkmar is in the Crackland, so most of Camry has been removed, just a portion of Araby has been added. So you have Snitch in Araby. The key beneficiary of this, beyond Snitch himself, of course, is, of course, Ikeclaw, because then he has 2 Skaven Legendary Lords next to him that he can confederate. And imagine Ikeclaw with Snitch and Skrolk on his side. That is probably likely to happen in a longer campaign, because eventually someone will win, and someone is going to confederate here. I would put my money right now on Grimgor unless I stop him, and I might be forced to do so. But you can't just focus your efforts as you do in a baseline campaign on one side, because you got all the other things happening. So you got Vlad and Manfred over here in Drakenhof and Tempelhof. Manfred has taken Zufbar, whereas Vlad has just taken Northern Sylvania and now is trying to decide what he's going to do. Ungrim is trying to survive against Azak. So you've got multiple problems, and if CA ever adds Neferata to the Silver Pinnacle, she gets to join in the fun. So there's a lot of these kind of situations. What's worse is you got Taurox and the Griffinwood. I mean, it's better than dealing with Dryka, I suppose, or Drycha, I suppose, in that perspective. But yes, you got Kazrak, Taurox, Mogr, Malagor, Kislev. You got Osankia right here, but of course tempered by Archeon, various Chaos factions, and Grumbrindle in Krakadrak. And you know, Malachi is a powerful lord, but his AI is pretty passive. Meanwhile, Grumbrindle, he's just gonna start annihilating people. So poor Frot. Enjoy that campaign as Frot, or Norska at the moment. You do have Festus in Albion, which is where he starts in Realms of Chaos. The Brass Keep is held by a Norscan faction initially that they got wiped out. And many other things are the same, but just a couple of additions here and there. Really, winners are the Skaven in a lot of different ways. But yeah, just certain factions present here. You no longer have Azazel, you've got Sigvald, and I think Sigvald is actually far more dangerous. You also got Kolek. So various factions. I think the Demon Prince actually got eliminated in favor of Village, which is like, I'll take that. Who wants Daniel? Like, seriously, if you move Village instead of Daniel, or can they swap position in the actual campaign of Immortal Empires? That would be great. But there is a lot of different potentials, and because of the way the map is set up with various factions, inherently speaking, you are going to have various blocks. You're going to have the Empire, you're going to have the Dwarves, you're going to have Bretonnia, but on the flip side, you're going to have the Greenskins, you're going to have the Skaven, you're going to have Chaos, you're going to have Beastmen and Vampire Counts, and it's going to be a gigantic mess to deal with. What's awesome is if you're playing a legendary lore like Gelt in this mod, in the vanilla game, Gelt just annihilates everyone in your path. Well, you might be extremely powerful at Gelt, but you got Grimgor as a neighbor, and there are very powerful legendary lords that you can play, Tamarkan for instance, and you still fear Grimgor. For good reason, I would add. There's a reason to fear Grimgor. His items, his combat ability, the sheer number of ridiculous stuff he can do. And keep in mind, these are just low-end armies. Once he starts spamming Black Orc big bosses and higher-end armies from Black Rag, it's gonna get ugly very, very quickly. Because Grimgor starts at war with the Scabby Eye, so he's naturally incentivized to take the Blood River Valley, which creates a problem if you're playing for Grim. Not just one problem, suffice to say. But this makes for an awesome campaign situation. Of course, there are still problems with the map in the way it's designed, the provinces and all that, but you have fewer factions to deal with on the intern. So if we click the intern button, it is genuinely faster, assuming he doesn't declare war on me. It is genuinely faster to go for this intern button than you do in the base game. And Grimgor just took that settlement. Well, that's a little problem, isn't it? I mean, I guess I could take Stirland, the Moot, I suppose, and just unleash Grimgor on some other people. Like, let's just imagine this situation. Okay, I did just confederate Midland, so that's the reason I got that event. But if we take the Moot, we then end up sharing a border with Manfred, and then we can declare war on Manfred and get Grimgor to join that war in exchange for Averheim. I'm like, you want to kill Manfred, Grimgor? He's like, please do kill Manfred. I'll worry about other shit in this situation. No joke. It's like, you can deal with Vlad. I'll deal with Vlad. You deal with Manfred. Because who wants to be friends with Manfred or leave him alive, really? So yeah, we can do that and even just get non-aggression and military access pact and steal his money. And now Manfred gets to deal with the annihilation from Grimgor. You gotta love this idea. It's just like so hilarious. Unleashing Grimgor on Manfred. That's what Warhammer should be, isn't it? This kind of silly stuff. It's like, okay, we got Grimgor. We're gonna unleash him. Just stay away from him. I really hope Elspeth doesn't do anything stupid right now, because she could do something stupid that would genuinely hurt me right here. But yeah, I get to liberate northern Sylvania, Grimgor gets the south, and then we see where we go. Who knows, maybe I can even manage an alliance with the Green Brute himself. Likely not. Costin signing out.